Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Do the rock away. Now lean back. Lean back. It ain't never gonna stop. Search. Now lean back. Lean back. Lean back.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for MP.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Oubre out there with MP, and it's Embiid in at the center. And for the Pistons, the wing pair we'll see going is going to be Ivy and Thompson. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot, and it's Cunningham in at the 1. And it's the Pistons to start out. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball.
Now, let's head courtside to hear more about MP's record-breaking performance.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in a game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
Connects again from distance.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Well, his decision-making has improved each season. Cunningham now looking like a seasoned vet running that pick and roll.
They get it again. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Oubre. Here's Ivy. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, their closeouts on shooters was impressive, and they kept them uncomfortable the entire game.
Oubre with the steal. Maxey against Ivy. MP kicks to Oubre. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Harris. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Duran. Ivy, no one around him. And again, it's the Pistons missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
Nice play by Edgecombe. He has the strength and body control to finish.
Cunningham outside. Now here's Duran. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Back to Harris. There's the three. And the rejection by MP. Clock at 6. Here's Ivy. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky to miss that one.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Pass to Duran. Will it go? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Jalen Duran is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Cunningham with it. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Steps back. Out to Harris. Lets it go with a three.
Incredible recognition and effort from MP. He deserved to come up with that block.
Four on the clock. Fires from way outside.
And the three-pointers just not falling for them early.
Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Oubre. Maxey in the corner. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Thompson outside. Out to Harris. Lets the three fly. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Here's Ivy. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
And it wasn't just the scoring. His assist numbers tell an even bigger story.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Ivy. Here's Duran. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And here's Harris from the arc. Harris missing again.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror. Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Pass to Cunningham. On the wing, Harris. Now Thompson, covered by Oubre. To stop the drought. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds now in the game. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
And the league is still buzzing, Greg, about MP registering a quadruple double.
One of the greatest all-around games in league history. MP is an incredible talent, and you know he'll put on another show here tonight.
During the pass to Thompson. Harris against MP. Ivy. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Off target from outside. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Shot by Grimes, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The kick out to Cunningham. For three, Harris. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, you know, he's been around the league a really long time, but Tobias Harris still performs at a high level every night.
And with spring right around the corner, let's see who's flourishing in the power rankings. To take a look at the Pistons, they're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And when I look at Philadelphia, they've got to be the top pick to win the title. To be ranked #1 at this late stage of the season, it shows you they've got plenty left in the tank come postseason.
All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll, and if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
And here's Cunningham. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for him. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
The previous play is under review.
make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion,
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and the story of the night. He put together the rare quadruple double. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And stolen by Ivy. MP against Thompson. Cunningham for three. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And look at how he's evolved from his rookie year. Cade is so much more confident in his three.
MP passes to George. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Ivy. Sinks the three-pointer. Ivy's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Detroit.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
18 feet out. Again, the Pistons good for 2. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
With some arc, Duran pulls it in. Pistons trail by 18. Ivy with it. Maxey covering.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
The shot by George, wide open. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The 76ers leading by 20. MP outside. MP sets the screen for Maxey. That three off the mark. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Cunningham. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Yeah, Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
MP kicks to George. MP with a screen on Thompson. And Paul George good for 3. George has got 5 now.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Yeah, when you string triples together, it adds up quickly.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
And so in the game for the 76ers, MP out there with Embiid. Then it's Jared McCain. Then there's Edgecombe. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. Back to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Sasser can't hit. The 76ers leading by 20. Pass to Edgecombe. MP against Robinson. Back to MP. MP sets the screen for McCain. Oubre, good.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
And Jared McCain's rookie season, Tim, cut short by a meniscus tear in his left knee.
And before the injury, he was the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, Kevin. So he's looking to pick up where he left off and continuing that promising trajectory.
And the dunk by MP.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now LeVert. Scoreless thus far. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Pass to Lanier. The Pistons working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Holland. Can they get it? And again, it's the Pistons missing. Edgecombe with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Now the race for Rookie of the Year, and a look here at the top-ranked rookies as they close out their first season in the NBA. A very talented bunch. You look at MP all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Well, with his growth and his consistency and just the overall impact on his team, truly remarkable.
Empowering at home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Sixers.
Over in the corner, Edgecombe. Kicks it out to MP. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Thompson, a screen on Oubre. Robinson for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Robinson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Pass to Edgecombe. MP sets the screen for Edgecombe. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Outside Robinson. Cunningham outside. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
MP dishes to Embiid. MP sets the screen for Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Thompson outside. Robinson kicks to Thompson. Cunningham for 3. And the Pistons another 3.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's Ivy. Ivy on the wing. Thompson for the triple. That one doesn't go. Philadelphia is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Thompson surveying the floor. Cunningham. He tries for 3, leaps for it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at Philadelphia. They continue to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, Detroit, 3 spots below.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Thank you. I'm following up on the report of MP and his injury. He was slated to be a true game-time decision, but after testing it out pregame, they're going to let him give it a go. No word on if there will be a minute restrictions yet, but I'm told MP was pleading his case to let him play. Guys, we'll see how much this impacts the game.
He always wants to be out there, doesn't he? He's a gamer. Tough as nails. Thanks. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. The Pistons have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Pass to Stewart. Now Harris. Looking to get it going, and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
Philadelphia dictating the flow. Now McCain. MP sets the screen for McCain. Good, and the assist goes to MP. McCain's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now, here's Ivy. He's got 9. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
The 3 from MP. Good on the three-point shot. MP's got 21.
This looks like it's going to be a big night for him.
Pass to Cunningham. And they double up Cunningham. Harris misses.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
MP's shot is good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here is Cunningham. He's got 21. Over McCain. Takes a 3. Oubre pulls it in.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. Again, Philadelphia.
Locked and loaded. Edgecombe firing at will.
Harris outside. Cunningham for 3. MP grabs the miss. MP's got his 16th rebound on the night. And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team. Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Here's Bona, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bona's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to Cunningham. It's stolen by McCain. Here's Bona, and another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
1:41 left in the first half of the game. Stewart with the screen on McCain. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down, get high percentage looks, and then D up. Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
MP against Harris. Pass to Stewart. They can't stop the run with that one.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Driving inside. Count that one. Ivy's got 11 points.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
The drive by MP. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in.
Yeah, and you know, for a guy like MP, it's really about earning a reputation early in your career and getting others to notice your game.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 21. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And the rejection by MP. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And so it's Philadelphia with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We come back right after this.
Good to have you with us with the season.
You know, for Philadelphia, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for.
And next, let's talk about our game. MP has been stellar so far.
Carrying the team at the offensive end, MP is the MVP right now.
Yeah, the scoring, the consistency of effort, no quit. When others are just tired, he's just warming up.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Hart.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And here are the 76ers now. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of two straight at home. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the group for Detroit right now. 3 on the clock. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Edgecombe. Edgecombe's got 6 assists now in the game. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Maxey. MP outside. Pass to Edgecombe. MP sets the screen for Edgecombe. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Edgecombe's got 17.
And for a rookie, Edgecombe is showing some impressive confidence offensively. I'm not sensing any hesitation from him.
Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Harris, no good.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Oubre, and he banks in the layup. Oubre has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Cunningham outside, fades and shoots.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
And the dunk by MP.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They're scoreless since the first half. There's the lob to Duren. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, catch and flush in one motion. Duren presents a big target out there.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
The drive by Thompson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
So fast of foot, on the run, Osir, tough to catch.
And the dunk by MP.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Thompson outside. And Harris wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Quentin Grimes is checked in for the 76ers. And MP throws it down.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now Cunningham. 21 points in the game. Off target with his three. Oubre inside. Harris is there. And the dunk by Embiid.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Here's Durant. Rebound by the 76ers. MP's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Oubre. And another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Pass to Ivy.
Back door. Stay on him.
Back to Cunningham to stop the run. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, after spacing the floor for them in the first half, he's gone cold from out there.
And they pick up two.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Cunningham outside. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Cunningham inside. He's covered by Maxey. And here's Harris from the arc. And he's able to get it back. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oubre with it. Picked up by Thompson. MP passes to Oubre. Fires for three. They grab their own miss. Pass to Grimes. Drills it from outside. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the 76ers?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, you can also throw in what a great job they've done defensively, blocking and altering shots, and just playing with a committed effort defensively.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
6 on the shot clock for three. Harris, that's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist on the night. Here's Embiid. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
MP passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You saw the full power of Joel Embiid on display right there. No one was getting in his way.
Cunningham finds Duran. And Embiid with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Robinson's checked in for Cunningham. Paul George is checked in for Philadelphia. Pass to Ivy. For the three. It's hauled in by MP. Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Back to Maxey. At the elbow, it's MP. Maxey on the wing. MP with a screen on Ivy. And again for 3.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes in a season. Pass to Harris. To halt the run, it's hauled in by MP. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Put it down hard!
Watch out below. Woo! What athletic ability from MP. Plenty of bounce in those legs.
We'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Ivy with it. He's got 11. There's the lob to Duren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple double.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Duren the pass to Ivy. From 11 feet away, it's good on the putback.
And this is Duren showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
No one near Maxey. Good, another from 3.
And that three-pointer pushes him further up the all-time ladder.
He does indeed, Greg, and the next mark on his list is the top spot. What a season to remember. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That is just nasty right there by Duren.
MP passes to Grimes. Philadelphia moving the ball around. MP, good.
4 threes in the first half, and now another here in the second. He is feeling it.
Pistons shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Got that one up quick. Harris has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Detroit. To the paint. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by MP. Embiid's got 15 points.
Well, he's just an elite scorer. Embiid, unstoppable.
Duren sets the screen for Harris. Down low. Shot's good by Duren. Duren's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
In the corner, George with it. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Ivy against Maxey. Robinson on the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ivy. Shot, high post. That one misses.
And his team really being impacted by the fact that nothing is falling for him right now.
MP finds Grimes. Embiid from outside. They get it back. And there's the bucket from MP. MP's got 46 points.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Now, here's Ivy. 11 points in the game. In the corner, it's Harris. And it's off from three-point range. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Philadelphia ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Take a look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Ivy subbed in for Duncan Robinson. The 76ers also with a sub. MV's checked in, so on the floor for Philadelphia. Watford out there with Jared McCain. Then it's MP. Then it's Paul George. And it's Bona in at the 5. Home in the paint. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And MP throws it down hard.
Yeah, what creativity from MP. Some of these moves this kid is pulling off are just unguardable.
Detroit's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And the foul called on MP. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. As we canvass the league and look at the landscape, some tremendous young talent on the wing, Tim. Who might be the best wing player 5 years down the road, say?
Well, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards right now because of the skill, the athletic ability, and then the competitive desire. I think he wants to be great. You'd also look at guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, certainly. And then you've got a guy like Cade Cunningham in Detroit, who hasn't even started to scratch the surface.
Boy, you've made a great list of guys right there, for sure. And here's Harris from the arc. Here's Thompson. Pass to Harris. There's the lob to Duran. George with the steal.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
That is great anticipation by Harris. When he's working this hard defensively, he's a difference maker.
And here's MP for 3.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
Hey, look at yours, look at yours.
Here's Ivy.
I got yours, I got yours.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care.